Good evening, everyone. It's me, Faz, back on the United Stand. I hope everybody is doing well and okay. Welcome back to another show. I came straight from Old Trafford, bringing you guys another live stream here. So please do bear with me today. But what a day it's been. Manchester United 3, RC Lens 1. A great game in all honesty, even though we did concede a very poor goal, a very shocking goal, but nonetheless, it was a fantastic game to watch. Lots of positives and lots of lesson and learning points actually as well for the team and for us. But straight off the back, I'm going to get early, nice and early for you guys into this takeover topic actually, and also I am putting a lot of hard work. So if anybody is upset, it's not Mark. I'm sorry that your favorite person in the world, Mark, isn't here. It is me. So please be nice, and if not, I can troll you as well. Anyways, let's get into this takeover talk. Yay! What a time to be alive. Manchester United takeover talk yet again for the ninth month in a row. I'm losing hair and gaining it at the same time with this takeover stuff because it is so draining. Zain Miasi, member for 14 months, says better game will be Sunday, Arsenal's first trophy. Onana will struggle at Emirates. Please stop this. Zane, nice and early with his member super chat. Thank you very much, Zane, for staying a member. Thank you very much for the support, but no thank you on the Onana will struggle at Emirates because you don't want me to pull the footage out on Aaron Ramsdale, do you? Please. Who remembers Aaron Ramsdale licking his lips? Who remembers that footage? Please don't do this to yourself, Zane, because when I start cooking you, it's not going to be hotter than the sun or the oven. It's going to be hotter than anything else. Because when I cook you, I really do cook you. Anyways, let's get into this takeover talk, please. Let's stick to the topic. The Sun have reported that Manchester United takeover situation could be finalized and over with by November. Manchester United are convinced they will get a deal done by November to sell the club to the Qataris, as quoted on The Sun. There have been accusations that the unpopular owning family, the Glazers, have been dragging their heels in the negotiations, but those discussions are understood to have taken a big leap forward in recent weeks, with a 6 billion sale now close. Well, you know what? I can confirm that this particular sauce, whether it be ketchup or garlic mayonnaise or chili sauce, I don't know, whatever sauce it is fully false. Close sources from the club can confirm that this is actually false. This is not true. So, Sun, I don't know about hotter than the sun or anything, but Sun is not shining right now. That is BS news. The takeover stuff, November, it's not happening. We don't know when it's going to happen. Mark has actually said it many a times. Nobody actually knows when it's going to happen. I have said it many a times. This is a multi-billion pound transaction. It is going to take time. Things are going to be sealed. Absolutely lips shut. So, yeah, chat. Admin is in the chat, says, I'm in the chat, you bitches. Yeah, bitches, you better shush, you bitches, like the admin says. Anyways, I don't think this takeover stuff, these sources that the likes of Sun, and we take the Sun with a pinch of salt. I don't really trust these sauces. These are watered down ketchup sauces. That's what it is. It's outdated garlic mayonnaise sauces. That's what it is. And it's false. Sources close to the club have confirmed to the United Stand that this is BS. Plain and simple. We don't know when the takeover situation is going to be done. I know it's been dragging. We're all frustrated, myself included, and you. Nobody's enjoying this. I was in Old Trafford today and speaking to Ryan after the game and just looking around Old Trafford, going back to the Theatre of Dreams this season. I'll be very honest. I really want a new stadium. I really do. And I was just like, I'm just so drained with all this takeover stuff. And I can only imagine what you guys are going through. The bid is on the table, yet the Glazers are still delaying it. We do know that we heard some bit of news is going to come out once the American tour was finished, which it is now. So I'm hoping within the next, couple of weeks, we might hear something solid and concrete. But we don't know. It might be that it goes past Christmas. It might just be. I would not be surprised at all. It's not like one day we're going to wake up and a click of a finger, the sale is done. I don't think so. We all knew this might drag on, and it is. And in all honesty, I've just put it in the back of my head. That's all I've done. I have put it in the back of my head, and I hope you guys do too. If and when it happens, it happens. Ten Hag wanted to have a conversation with the Glazers whilst he was in America on tour. He mentioned in a press conference that, all he can do is advise them. That's a very, very key word, advice. Ten Hag is very clever and shrewd when it comes to picking his words in press conferences. And I tell you what, I take a lot from that word advice. The reason why he says advice is because the Glazers actually need advice. That's why. I don't think the Glazers are capable of making a decision themselves. That's why Ten Hag is said, he can only advise them. So yeah, admin says Faz Motson, thank you very much, admin. Yes, I am paying homage and tribute to John Motson. Rest in peace, John. Hope everybody got the reference, but yeah, I'm trying my best with the quote. Thank you very much for all the kind words as well. But yeah, anyways, moving on with the takeover stuff. Will it be Sheikh Jassim? Will it be Sir Jim Ratcliffe? We don't know. Both have S and J in them. That's one thing for sure. I can confirm that. Sir Jim, Sheikh Jassim, SJ. So whoever buys Manchester United will have the letter S and the letter J written on it. But yeah, we don't know. We don't know who it is going to be. So please just hang tight. This news article from The Sun is BS. Moving on anyways. I'm not paying any more attention to the takeover stuff because it grinds my gears, in all honesty. Absolutely grinds my gears. Oh, this is Mark, by the way. Thank you. I thought it might be someone else. But yeah, a couple of super chats and members chat as well. Let me just go through. Klaus says, hi, Faz. We still need to remember we should build, even with Qatar, not to go down the Galacticos route, even with billions. Thank you very much, firstly, for staying a member for 34 months. That is very loyal of you. We still need to build. Build what? Do you mean build a squad, build a team, build a structure, build a ethos, a culture? Because that's what we are building right now with Erik ten Hag. He is building the culture. He is putting Manchester United ethos back to where it needs to be. He is disciplining the players when he needs to be. He is doing everything right, in all honesty. There are certain decisions that I'm kind of shaky about, and I will get into that today. But yeah, he is building. But when you talk about build, I think we do need to build a new stadium. That's one thing we do need to do. Big up to James, who's become a member on the United Stand. Thank you very much, James, and welcome to the United Stand community as well. If I do miss any other super chats, I apologize. Who's had a boob job? Huh? Someone's had a boob job. I haven't had a drink in a week. Mark, you need to drink, mate. Listen, I remember when I wasn't drinking and eating because of Andre Onana, waiting on Andre Onana's signature. Because of Beth, I went on hunger strike. Mark, please eat and please have a drink. I don't understand. Who's had a boob job? Someone's had breast implants. I don't know. You were beautiful before and you are beautiful now. You don't need anything to make you beautiful, whoever that is too. If you have had breast implants, I'm sure you were prettier before and you're prettier now. It's CZR says, is it too soon to say I want to sell? Whoa. Mason Mount criticism already. Please, let's stop with the Mason Mount criticism. I know I have been somewhat, saying bits about Mason Mount, but it's too early to be getting on the back of players. It's only pre-season, and I am going to touch on a couple of things on Mason Mount. But before that, let's come on to this Hojlund injury situation. Rasmus Hojlund injury blow. Not nice. It is absolutely not nice feeling. I am filled with PTSD. I am absolutely filled with PTSD. Look, Martial has given me a lot of stress and a lot of trauma with his injury scare, and I hope it's nothing like that with Rasmus Hojlund, and I can feel it's not like that. It's a minor injury. He did pass. He did pass his medical, so yeah, he did pass his medical, so he'll be fine. But he will miss around 3 weeks. So actually, I predict he's going to miss. Wolves game, Spurs game, Forest game, Arsenal game as well. I think he will miss the Brighton game. By the time you see him start featuring in anything, I think it'll be the Palace game. And that obviously won't be starting. He'll be coming off the bench and slowly getting integrated into the team. I think before you see Rasmus Hojlund starting again, it might be the Sheffield United or the Brentford game. So, yeah, I'm a bit upset about that because as much as Marcus Rashford has been doing well in the number 9 position, it's not something we want to see. We want to see our star striker that we have signed that got unveiled today starting for Manchester United, and we need him early. It's like it's written in the stars when it comes to Manchester United. There's always some sort of niggling issue, some sort of, I don't know what it is, but there's always something going on. And we've just signed a striker that we desperately needed, a young, promising, hungry striker who desperately wanted to join Manchester United, who has attributes that can help this team, yet he's injured. It almost seems like we're cursed. It almost seems like we are cursed. But he will play. He will play sooner or later. It would just be nice if we can have him from the start of the season because, points to be won. We did lose out on points on the first 2 games last season, and we don't want to be in that position now. The Lens game has taught us absolutely massive. It's taught us that we can score goals against a team that play mid-block/low block, against a team that are a very low conceding side. We did that last season anyways. We battered Barcelona, and they barely conceded goals in the league. We absolutely smashed them out the park. So, yeah. But against Wolves, Spurs, Forest, Arsenal, let's say these 4 games, without Rasmus Hojlund, will probably be Marcus Rashford on the 9. We saw these reports coming out early on this window that there will be numerous occasions that you can expect to see Marcus Rashford play in the number 9. And I don't know. Someone says we didn't smash them though, did we? Well, we did. We absolutely shagged them. I don't care what you say. It's knockout game, and Barcelona got knocked out. So I am going to have big chest. Anyways, Marcus Rashford in the number 9. I don't know if Ten Hag is going to go down this Jadon Sancho false 9. I don't know if he's going to go with this Rashford number 9. I think 80% of me thinks it's going to be Rashford in the middle because at the end of the day, anybody who can finish or dribble past a player, it is going to be Marcus Rashford. He might not be the best dribbler in the world, sure, but he still has a lot of class. Today, he tried a couple of things, trying to kind of go past the player, just rolling with the ball and getting a shot on his left foot. He eventually got a pass from Anthony as well, which a deflection helped, and he put the ball in the back of the net. These are the type of things that we could see from him if he starts the first few games as the number 9. And I won't be really upset. Even the set-piece goal that Casemiro scored, I mean, it actually came off Rashford, and then Casemiro poked it in the back of the net. I'm not upset. I just don't want to see him play in a position where he's not strongest. Just like I don't like seeing Luke Shaw playing centre-back. Even though Luke Shaw is very, very, very good playing at centre-back. It's absolutely surprising and absurd how good Luke Shaw is playing centre-back. But I would much rather have Roberto Carlos play the position where he's at the highest of his ability, which is left-back. And same like Marcus Rashford on the left wing. But here's where the complication comes in now. Who is more creative on the left, chat? Is it Garnacho or is it Rashford? Comment down below. Who is more creative on the left-hand side? Because actually, if you think about it from a, unbiased, out of the box perspective, and this is a theory that I have, as much as I want Marcus Rashford on the left, we might benefit with having Garnacho on the left instead of Rashford. Stick with me here. I think just looking at the way Garnacho's playing and the way he's moving, it might be worth taking the risk and keeping Rashford in number 9 and letting Garnacho play that left-sided position. We might be better off. This might be a Ricky moment for me. Might be. Faz the red. Rick the red. I think theory for this season, play Garnacho on the left, play Rashford in the middle when needed, and we can get more goals than, or the team would play better than Rashford playing on the left because Garnacho is more creative. It's a theory, especially after watching how he played today. He had the fullbacks on absolute toast with butter. It was amazing to see what Alejandro Garnacho could do on the ball, especially when Bruno was finding him with long passes. It was great. And I can't wait. What's going to be interesting is I can't wait till Rasmus actually slots into that number 9 position, starting, and you have the option of Rashford and Garnacho on the left-hand side. This is attacking galore. This is directness galore. You can't be any more direct than that. Absolute flames. And I'm going to be here for it. Whether some games Rashford will get a rest and Garnacho will start, yeah, sure. But it's just hell of a lot of pace. Yeah. So a little injury blow for Rasmus Hojlund. So it's a shame, but we'll be fine. I think we will be fine. Preseason has been good so far. Lots of lessons learned. We play better football, by the way. For the people who think we don't play football, you Reaction FC at halftime. All of you guys, oh my God, this is the same as last season. We're not playing good football. What is this? Mason Mount can't do this. Andre Onana getting chipped, man. All the tears at halftime. We put a tweet out of my post-match, of my halftime thoughts on the United Stand Twitter, and people had an absolute nightmare. They were like, "Faz, what are you talking about? We are not playing good football. We are not playing this. This is bad football. This is the same as last season." Well, we scored 3 goals in 15 minutes, didn't we, in the second half? Did we or did we not? Like, I don't understand. Why do you guys get so reactionary? I really don't understand. Couple of more super chats as well. Let me just go through them quickly. Acid says, I actually agree with Zayn, bring back Dave. You need to change your milk. Let me see. Acid also says, Fazbridge looking sharper than Onana's goalkeeping ability. Bring back Dave. Thank you very much for the comment, but also no thank you. No thank you. I wish David De Gea nothing but the best, and we have a new keeper that we are supporting and standing behind. Let me see. CJ says, first game at OT today, Garnacho was class. Well, I hope you enjoyed your game. Saga says, why is the takeover suddenly pushed to November? Well, it isn't. It's actually false. It's false news from the Sun. It's not pushed. We just don't know when it's going to happen. So we should be patient and wait and enjoy the Ten Hag football that we will be seeing come the Wolves game. Martino says, Mr. Faz, what are your thoughts on Ricky's comment yesterday? Crime. Criminal. Absolute criminal. No, there is fuming, and if there is anything past fuming, that's me. Absolute outrageous. Smoke coming out of different holes in my body. I was no. That's just... I really love Ricky. I really do. I respect Ricky. But Ricky has to get cooked. And I blame you. You watching. Yes, I am pointing at you, Ricky FC clan. This is what you guys have enabled. A World Cup winning centre-back like Lisandro Martinez. Apparently Johnny Evans is better than him. Apparently Johnny Evans is better than 2 World Cup winning, 5 Champions League winning centre-back partnership. This is what you guys as a community have enabled Ricky to say. And this is on you guys. This is on you guys. Not on this ain't on me. Don't. And by the way, when I make any comment that's irrational or you guys think it's illogical or whatever, don't come at me. Oh, don't you dare come at me. Because you Ricky FC, this is on you. So all of you guys should agree with Ricky, right? Johnny Evans is better than Martinez. This is what you guys believe, Ricky FC. Crime, Ricky, absolute crime. I would love to have a sit down with Ricky and have a one-to-one conversation with HR involved as well, because how can he get away with saying that? I don't know. Mark, if you're watching, we need HR. We absolutely need HR. I think people like Ricky because he's got better hair than me. I think that's the only reason. If I dyed my hair bleach, if I bleached my hair and then started talking like Ricky, maybe people would like me more. But that is absolutely diabolical. I can't put it into words. Smoke coming out of different holes in my body. That's how angry I was, like a cartoon character. As it says, Garnacho and Pellistri are our best wingers. Rashford and Antony are our best forwards. With Hojlund, I'd rather play Garnacho and Pellistri. With Hojlund, I would rather play Garnacho and Antony, but Rashford will have to come in there as well somewhere. Garnacho is better still off the bench. He's still very young, so we still have to, take it easy with him. But Anthony, man, this is why. Listen, all of the talk today is about Andre Onana this, Andre Onana that, bring David De Gea this, the David De Gea that, all of this stuff. Yet nobody, I am not seeing any chat that are mentioning, well done, Anthony Dos Santos, for getting a goal and getting an assist. Where is the positivity? Where is the... You guys tell me that I'm negative. You guys tell Mark that Mark is negative. So where is the positivity for Anthony? And I am going to come for you guys, the community. Anthony scored and gave an assist. Yet there is no talk about how well he performed. Why? You were talking about a situation that has happened to Ramsdale, that has happened to Edison. Keepers have mares, keepers have nightmares. And so what? So what? We still scored 3 goals. This is what you guys signed up for. You wanted a ball-playing sweeper keeper, off-the-line goalkeeper, and he is going to get chipped the odd times. But we did score 3 goals. Back-to-back, bang, bang, bang. 3 goals in 15 minutes. Yet people are so upset. And the fact that people are not talking about Anthony's goal and assist absolutely boils my blood. Because if Anthony had missed that chance like Mason Mount, people would be on him. But obviously Mason Mount is new, so we have patience with him. We are going to have patience with him. We're going to let him settle in. Anthony, on the other hand, has been here for a season, so we expect more from him, and that's perfectly fine. But please give credit where credit is due, and please be positive, because you guys get onto us for not being positive at times. So I am going to get onto you for not being positive. Yeah. A couple of more super chats. Let me not miss any of them. Do you think Mount going to be a difference maker? Oh, great question, AB. Great question. Is Mount going to be a difference maker? Well, I hope so, because that's why we signed him, didn't we? That's why we're playing him ahead of Eriksen, aren't we? That's why he gets played ahead of Fred and McTominay. So he needs to be a difference maker. It could take time. Again, look, LB, Reaction FC. I'm going to call you guys out. All of you guys are Reaction FC because it's only pre-season. I am still waiting to see the X Factor for Mason Mount, but I'm not going to count him out. I am not going to count him out. He is still a Ten Hag player. I have to have patience with him. He's not 28, 29. He's 20, what is he, 24? Take it easy. Take it absolutely easy. Let him, settle in, understand the system, get into the rhythm of things. He had a fantastic chance today. He slipped. Happens. No problem. Chances will get created. The positive thing from today is Mason Mount got into the right areas at the right time to be able to receive the ball. That is what the positive thing is. It's pre-season, for God's sake. If that was in a quarterfinal, in a league game that we must win, okay, I am going to be critical because it counts. But it's pre-season. This is where you sharpen your tools. This is where you learn about your players, what position you need to be. And you guys have zero patience. Absolute zero patience. I feel sorry for some of your partners because you have zero patience. I bet you put food in the microwave and expect it to be warm in 10 seconds and start shouting at the microwave, why is it not warm in 10 seconds? Like, ease off. Um, Ed says, any news on outgoings? Well, you know what? I have a feeling, and I have a kind of idea that Manchester United are going to be very active in terms of outgoings towards the latter end stage of the window, towards the deadline day. I think so. I really think so. LB says cringe. Well, don't cringe because you're getting cooked. Yeah, I think Manchester United are going to be active towards the end of the transfer window. And don't be surprised. Deadline day, Sofian Amrabat. I will be there. I will be there. And I can see it happening. Manchester United, deadline day, does turn me on a little bit. I can't lie. Deadline day transfers do turn me on. Not in that way, by the way. I mean, like, as in get me going. Because it's just the excitement. You don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know who's gonna leave, who's gonna come in. And I kind of expect Fred. I expect Donny van der Beek, both of them to leave. Maybe a surprise move with Maguire, and maybe we go and get Sofian Amrabat, and maybe a centre back from somewhere. I don't know. Maybe a loan deal somehow. But we'll see. We will see. But I think we will be active come deadline day. Let me see. Ricky FC for life. Well, I can see that your emoji has a lot of hair, but in real life you probably don't, because listening to Ricky's takes, some of his takes anyways, will make any man bald. Storm says TUS not paying enough for Ricky's medicine. Shame. Bless him. Ricky and Beth are gaslighters. No. They're lovely, and they are part of the United stand, so we will always love them. But sometimes they can be a pain in the backside. Joe says, you're right about Gan. ETH will see it too. We must trust our manager. He is building a squad and will figure it out. Love the show from KY USA. Thank you very much for the comment. I do trust the manager. You have to be patient. He had a fantastic season last season, and we'll have to wait and see what he's got cooking. I'll be honest though, speaking on this quickly, Joe. Eric Ten Hag using Bruno and Mount on the wings, I don't like. I don't like at all. I'm really sorry. It grinds my gears. Absolutely. Why are you putting Mason Mount and Bruno Fernandes on the left when you have Pellistri? Put Anthony on the left. Put Pellistri on the right. Why do you continuously go with this analogy and this stubbornness of yours to play Bruno Fernandes on the left or Bruno Fernandes on the right? I don't care if he does it for a couple of minutes. I don't like it. You have wingers, use them. Pellistri is there for a reason. Absolute. I don't know why. Another super chat here. Patrick says, I've never agreed more listening to the United stand. Thank you very, very much. Mahmoud says, hey Faz, based on what you've seen so far this preseason, what are realistic goals for us this season? Third or above this season. Billy says, hashtag Faz out. Well, you're more bothered about me being out than the Glazers, it seems. So you can get put in the gulag for that. There you go. Hold that. Yeah. It has to be third or above. Surely. We've got a striker. Jess Kevin says, Faz, my mom has a crush on you. Well, that's put me off a little bit. Can your mom cook? I like food. It has to be good food. Anyways, getting back on topic before I start blushing. I think we can come third again, but I do want to push for second. Now, when you say second, it starts making people think we're gonna go on a title charge, but I don't think it's a title charge. I don't think it should be a title charge. I just think we should be competing with the top 3 teams, and we definitely have to come third. I don't want to come anything below third, because that'll just be going backwards, in essence. If we come fourth, that's going backwards. We came third last season. Yes, Liverpool and Chelsea were absolutely shit. Absolutely shit. But don't forget, Chelsea have one game to play this season, one game a week to play this season, so they're going to be naturally stronger. Liverpool, how much are they going to concentrate on Europa League? I'm hearing from Liverpool fans they want to win it, so they might take it serious. We don't know. The league position, they will want to come in Champions League. Newcastle as well, what's going to happen with them? Are they going to push for Champions League football? I am guessing so, but it is going to be a bit of a shock to the system coming in Champions League position for them. Arsenal, European heritage, non-existent. And Man City, are they going to win the league again? I don't know. I don't know. But I think we can come third. And I'm expecting Manchester United to come minimum third. I called it at the start of last season, this time last season. I said Manchester United will come third, and they did. I think we could have come second or gone for a title charge if Martial was fit. I blame Martial for his injuries and not being available. If Martial was fit, we would have been in a lot better stage. But now that we have Rasmus Hojlund, and if we can sustain and see out this few weeks without him, I think we'll be fine, you know. I really do. I really do. Wolves, I expect to win. Tottenham, chicken hot soup, easy. Nottingham Forest. And you know what? Funny enough, Ricky will say, you shouldn't underestimate the Premier League. You shouldn't underestimate the Premier League. Well, Ricky, I am underestimating Wolves because they're going to miss Ruben Neves. They're going to miss Jimenez. They're going to miss a couple of players. Tottenham, they're not letting Harry Kane go, but I don't think Harry Kane's going to have the mentality to play for Tottenham, in all honesty. Forest, they've got our boy Elanga, who's their boy now. So, yeah, they don't have Jay Lings anymore. I don't know what Forest are going to do. I think that should have been an easy game. Arsenal, we've made pepperoni pizza out of Arsenal already with a bit of pineapple on top because we beat them twice in the same day. So I think we should be able to handle them in the Emirates. It is a tough game, by the way. Arsenal away is a tough game. But I don't know. I just have a feeling this Declan Rice in Arsenal is going to come out as a horrible experiment. I just do, and they don't have a striker. Well, Jesus is out injured. How much can they rely on Balogun and Nketiah? We'll see. Brighton is going to be an interesting game as well. Is Caicedo going to leave? We'll have to see. Evan Ferguson. I don't know. I think we should be able to win a good few games from the start. I think we might draw against Arsenal in the Emirates, but everyone else I expect to win. Even Burnley. We beat Burnley last season, so I expect us to beat Burnley as well. And then come Crystal Palace game, they're going to miss probably, well, Eze or whoever leaves. They're going to miss Wilfred Zaha massively. So they're going to struggle this season. And hopefully Rasmus Hojlund is back by then, so we should be in full force. So yeah. We shall see what happens. Moving on, let me just bring up, there's a couple of quotes from Ten Hag that I wanted to read out to you guys as well on Rasmus Hojlund. Eric Ten Hag on Hojlund says he's a front man, really direct to the goal, really good presser, physical presence. I think we really needed that. We really needed that. You know what that means? That means we didn't have that when it came to Wout Weghorst. Eric Ten Hag also on Hojlund says, I think he has huge potential. First, it is up to him to explore it. And I'm sure the team was waiting for a guy like him and they can integrate him. Then he has to prove it. You know what that tells me as well? That the team have been waiting for a guy like him. Means Wout Weghorst wasn't that guy. He wasn't. He was so much, nothing against Wout Weghorst, by the way. He was so much of a non-striker that Ten Hag had to put him in the 10 position. And Ricky somehow found a way that's a positive. But yeah, I take loads from that. I think Manchester United first team have been crying out for a striker that can finish, first and foremost. Have been crying out for a striker that has good link-up play, that is fit, and that has some oomph about them, and that's Rasmus Hojlund for you. And I think the other players around them, they're gonna really enjoy that. And when you have good players, hard-working players around you, it uplifts everyone. I'm interested to see though how Jadon Sancho turns out with with Rasmus Hojlund. That's going to be very nice to see. How does Jadon Sancho's performance change having Rasmus Hojlund in this team? Because we know Jadon Sancho, we've always said this, Jadon Sancho plays much better with a focal point number 9 in the team. So is this make or break for Jadon Sancho? Because we do have we do have a proper striker now, a striker that nobody can complain about, a striker that we are going to develop. He's our project. So I think Jadon Sancho should perform better naturally. The odd times today I saw Jadon Sancho miss out, on a first touch, poor first touch, give away the ball. But it's okay. Again, it's preseason. I'm hoping, though, he's going to be sharper throughout the season. I'm expecting big things from him. I'll be very honest. Expecting very, very big things from him. Couple of super chats as well. Let me go through them quickly. Ray says, Faz, you're doing a great job. Impressed with the performance today. Mount was a pest for the opposition. I am impressed with Manchester United's performance as well, and thank you for your kind words. Dan Goodin says, I feel it's so unfair for us Irish fans with the whole first team playing today. They play in Old Trafford all season. They should have all travelled. I feel sorry for you guys as well. I really do. I really feel for you guys. Manchester United, they did this promo and media thing with Wrexham as well. And they ended up playing the academy players against Wrexham, and I'm sure a lot of fans, American fans, would have been upset with that because the promo that they did, the Hollywood actors and Sir Alex Ferguson, what's that guy's name from Deadpool? I forgot his name. I'm not really good with names, but McElhaney and Thingy did a video with Sir Alex Ferguson promoting the Wrexham game, and it made it look like loads of big name players are going to play, but they didn't end up playing. So yeah, it's a shame. I actually know a couple of players from Wrexham, and I wanted to ask them. Ryan Reynolds, that's the one. Thank you. I know a couple of players from Wrexham, and I wanted to ask them how they felt playing against some of our starting 11 players, but unfortunately they didn't get to play them. So yeah. With the Irish fans, though, I feel for you guys. I do. But listen, during the season, you guys can come over. I'm sure it's like, £20 a flight or something. Ryanair don't care. CLJ says, Mount was the engine in the press when Lens had the ball. He distributes the ball well when he got it. Yes, he missed a sitter. That's a shame. But his work is very important and underrated because he's not flashy. Very underrated. It's an interesting one because there still has to be some X factor. First thing he brings, right? This is the first most important thing he brings is energy and legs. This is what you are not going to get from Eriksen. You are not going to get the legs and the energy from Eriksen, and it's unfortunate and it's a shame. Whereas with Mason Mount, you are going to get that. You are going to get an abundance of work rate up and down the field, box to box, which is going to be really good for the team. He is going to win you loads of balls, loads of free kicks, and that's great. But finishing is important, passing is important, and that's what can win you games. Work ethic is obviously part of it, but your finishing, your passing, ability to find a long pass, getting in the right positions, that's what's going to help you win a game. I have patience for Mason Mount because Ten Hag bought him first this transfer window for 55 million. Well, 60 million because the 5 million was add-ons. He's the first player that we signed this season. He has the number 7 on his back, and the number 7 for me has a big, big weight on his shoulders. I'll be honest, big weight. Fred brings energy, but Fred is inconsistent. Fred does bring energy, but he is also inconsistent. Whereas Mason Mount, he needs to just start becoming a bit more consistent with his delivery, finishing, and he'll be fine. We do know he has got a long-range shot as well. So, again, just bear with him. Just bear with him. Let's see out a season, see how he performs. It's a long season ahead. Soon as he has the odd game, you guys are going to be like, Mason Mount, Mason Mount. You'll be singing and shouting his name, but he's had he's not at the best of the start of preseason yet, but it's okay. It's perfectly fine. What if he starts performing during the season? None of this will matter because it's only preseason. And like someone says, Fred brings Fred brings energy, but he also brings a lot of inconsistency. He also gives away the ball a lot. He's not really good when he gets pressed. His first touch is good. His passing sometimes is a bit shaky. His finishing is good, to be honest. Um, but his physicality is not there. Whereas Mason Mount hopefully can bring up that physicality that we need in the midfield. Just like Ericsson, when it comes to physicality, he gets shoved up the ball or he can't chase a player down and tackle him and bring him down in transition. So yeah, all of these positive things to look forward to with Mason Mount. So I have an abundance of patience. But let me talk about this quickly whilst I'm continuing with the live. There's another quote as well from Andre Onana that I want to touch on. Andre Onana, exclusive on Manchester United TV, says, I am responsible for everything, especially when we concede goals. I am the big man at the back, so I take all the criticism. All the pressure is on me. Very, very, very interesting from Onana there. All the pressure is on me. All the criticism is on me. Who do you guys blame for that goal? A lot of people will be blaming Diallo, won't it? I don't know if the admin is here. Admin, could we get a poll if you are here, by the way, admin? Who do you blame for that goal? Diallo, 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 Diallo. Gun Diallo down, right? Gun Diallo down. Such a shame. Such a shame. Thank you very much, admin. I appreciate that. Okay, oh, sorry, admin. Could you add both? Is there a way to add both? Could you add both Diallo and Onana? Because I think two things can be true at the same time. And for me, I think it's both. I really do. I think Diallo and Onana are to be blamed. Let me just make my poll, though. I haven't voted yet. There you go. There you go. Thank you very much, admin. Appreciate that. I have made my vote. Wow. Instantly, too many people, loads of people are saying Diallo's fault. Yes, it is Diallo's fault. But Andre Onana can do better as well. I think Andre Onana can do better as well. Jade says, Faz is rambling on about the game today. Well, I'm supposed to. Because we played today. And we scored 3 goals. Duh. Hello. I think two things can be true, yeah. I think it's Diallo and Onana's fault. And look, Onana's come out and said it himself. He said it himself. I am responsible for everything, especially when we concede goals. So you have to, you win. Look, Ten Hag has said this. You score as a team, you concede as a team. Right? So why is it any different now? And absolutely, Barry White, well done. And let me highlight this comment from Barry. Barry, thank you very much, sir, because you are right. It was a fantastic finish from Florian. So you cannot take anything away from him as well. As much as you guys are saying it's Diallo's fault, it was a fantastic finish as well. You have to be able to get the weight of the ball perfectly right. As Ricky would say, you have to go through the ball. You have to go through the ball. He got the weight of the ball perfectly right to get it above Onana. But I actually think as high as Onana was, did he need to be that high at that moment? Maybe not. Maybe not, but that's what we expect from a sweeper keeper, that he is going to be massively off his line. And we might concede the odd goal from a chip, but that's where the keeper's job is, to keep the ball out the net. You're not an outfield player. Don't just, put a blind eye to it. Yes, it's Diallo's fault, but your job isn't to be an outfield player. Your job is still to keep the ball out the back of the net. So that's just what I wanted to say, really. A couple of super chats. Let me just go through them quickly. Chris says, great finish by the striker. Oh, just one super chat. Yeah, great finish from the striker, actually, as well. Someone says, Ahmad update. Yes, Ahmad update indeed. Thank you very much for highlighting that. Ahmad Diallo, I can confirm from my sources that Ahmad Diallo will be out of Manchester United's season for first 4 months of the season. So you're not gonna see him for a while. He's going to be out for 4 months. Definitely 4 months. He's going to be taking some physiotherapy sessions, and I wish him a fast recovery. He has taken a massive blow, on a personal, as in from a mental health kind of perspective. My source tells me, who's very close to Ahmad, that is taking him back a little bit, because he was expecting to come into Manchester United and fight for a position in the first team. He's obviously had an astonishing, superb, fantastic spell on loan. And as a player, you want to develop whilst you're on loan. You want to show the club that what you possess is worthy for them to keep you. And he has done that, in my opinion. But it's such a shame with that injury. And he's going to be out for a number of months, at least 3 to 4 months. And then comes match fitness as well. So I would not be surprised if he goes back on loan in January. I won't be surprised. And you know what? Part of me thinks it could be a blessing in disguise, in terms of he might end up staying after his injury, and Ten Hag might work with him and use him the odd game for Manchester United. But then after his injury, he might go back off to loan and start developing. Either way, long as he's a Manchester United player, I'm happy. It's okay. Like I say, it's okay. It won't be, all is lost. It won't be, because he can go on loan, perform well again, and come back for the next season, for the 24-25 season. But it's a shame, because I wanted to see him a little bit. But I tell you what, yeah, he's injured. Kobe Mino is injured as well, so I'm wondering when he comes back. He's going to miss the first bit of the season anyways, I know that. But I don't know the exact time frame for Kobe Mino. I'm going to try and find something out to let you guys know. But as far as I can make out as of now, Kobe Mino is not going to be available for the start of our 23-24 season. And even if he was, you weren't going to see him anyways, because Ten Hag is still developing him. So it's nice that so many people are tuned in with Kobe Mino. It's very nice, but we won't be seeing him until a cup game anyways, like a Carabao Cup or something. So we've got time. We'll be fine. It's just the Ahmad news is a massive blow. Massive blow. Moving on, I wanted to speak on this particular player that I'm very, very upset about. And I'm going to say it straight and up forward. If I think Facundo Pellistri is going to play tomorrow, by the way, in Dublin. But I think Facundo Pellistri should go on loan. Facundo Pellistri should go on loan, without a shadow of a doubt. If Manchester United aren't using him to play decent amount of minutes, he should go on loan. Because there's no one other than Facundo Pellistri who deserves to play on the right-hand side right now and give Anthony competition. Absolutely no one. It's not Bruno who should go on the right. It's not Mason Mount who should go on the right. It's Facundo Pellistri. And yes, I'm going to say Facundo Pellistri should go on loan. And before you guys start pulling your hair out, you need to understand why. Because there has to be context. There has to be context. And the context is, you can hinder a player's development by a huge lot if you don't let him play. Facundo Pellistri stayed on the bench all last season, played the odd minutes, and showed you and I and the manager the qualities that he possesses. Yet the manager plays Ahmad Diallo straight after he came back from loan. Pellistri was here all season, gave you the moments you needed, was showing you the ability that he has. Yet, obviously, Ahmad has had a more opportunity because he went on loan and he's played more minutes, so he could showcase more. Whereas poor Facundo Pellistri, he's not getting the chance to showcase what he can do because he's not getting enough game time. So loan him. Let him go and develop. Let him go and play first team regular minutes and develop, because it is going to hinder his performance. If you keep using him for 5 minutes here and there, and Sentiment FC will say, no, don't loan him, keep him, we can use him. Well, using him for the odd 100 minutes a season is no benefit to him. He needs to go on loan. And someone says he's not ready now. Maybe so, he's not ready now. But let him go on loan then. Let him go on loan and get ready and show us really and truly what he can do over a season. I think a lot of players are going to go on loan. Alvaro Fernandez might be one of them, might go on loan. I don't know, Dango. Loads of these other players might end up going on loan. Thank you very much for the poll, admin. I'm going to straight away vote loan, 100%. People who think keep want to hinder his performance because Ten Hag isn't using him. You saw Ten Hag put out the strongest starting 11 today. That's what he is going for. He even took off Garnacho and Anthony, yet didn't play Pellistri. Like, make it make sense. That's what I really don't understand. He took off Garnacho and Anthony, yet he didn't bring on Pellistri. He brought on Forsen. So that was, and nothing against Forsen, by the way. Absolutely nothing against Forsen. I think Omari Forsen is a good player, but I think Pellistri is better, and Pellistri should have played some minutes, and he needs to play with the starting 11 players, so we can see how he can add to this team. Don't know why he brought on Omari Forsen. I don't know. A couple of super chats. Let me go through them quickly. Sachin, thank you very much for your contribution. Says, when are we going to stop making excuses for Ten Hag's lack of play style? If this was Solskjaer, everyone would be calling him counter-attacking. Interesting. I'm going to let the chat take this one. Chat, Sachin says, when are we going to stop making excuses for Ten Hag's lack of playstyle? If this was Solskjaer, everyone would be calling him counter-attacking. Interesting. I don't know about this one. I don't know. I think we still play better football now than Ole Gunnar because Ole Gunnar football was just hit and miss and praying FC. Also, the team is a lot different. We are trying to implement something totally different with Andre Onana in there, with Mason Mount and Amrabat hopefully coming in. So it's going to be a different style of football. You had Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who was hell-bent that Harry Maguire is the best centre-back in the world. You had the likes of Eric Bailly say there was favoritism. You had players say that they were being ran through, being played injured. So forget... excuse me for knowledge, but lack of play style. I mean, Ten Hag has clearly shown you play style when he beat Barcelona. And yes, Ole Gunnar did beat PSG, but Ten Hag has also won a trophy and came third. And yes, Ole Gunnar had results as well, but the football was very hit and miss. Very, very hit and miss. And counter-attacking, well, what do you expect? And I'm guessing, Sachin, you're saying that, by the way, because of today. But what do you expect when you play in a low block? Or a mid-block team like Lens, who concede barely any goals? What did you think? What did you think when you were going to play Lens? Do you know anything about Lens? Do you know the type of system that they play? It's actually hit and miss because we've still got players that we need to get rid of. We've still got Fred and McTominay. We've still got Harry Maguire. We've just brought in a new keeper. Where is the patience? There's no patience. You need to, Ralph Ragnick said, an open heart surgery. There's loads of players that need to be leaving, and then loads of good players need to be coming in, and then you can have a proper system. You're expecting magic, and the man has done magic as well last season. But, I don't understand lack of play style. What do you mean lack of play style? We had Wout Weghorst up front. What play style do you want us to do? We had Marcel Sabitzer on loan. What play style do you want to do? We let Ronaldo go come Christmas time, January window. What play style do you want to implement? I really don't understand. We had injury galore. What play style do you want to implement? And these are not excuses. These are just facts, factual information that your ears can't take. Agendas. I think these are agendas, actually, from Manchester United fans who are coming for Erik ten Hag's head because you guys loved Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. That's why. Martin says, Faz, do you see Kobe slotting in today's team? I think that's what you mean. I think so. Yes, I do. I do. Slotting in terms of not starting, but coming off the bench. I really do. I can see him doing well. Um, Sachin says Pellistri is by. It's just different players, but same old 11 players. Last year, Reading in the cup, he picked the first 11. I can understand the Pellistri is by in this scenario. He's not getting the chances. Sachin says Thomas Tuchel. Thank you very much for all your contribution as well, Sachin. Sachin says Thomas Tuchel had Chelsea playing possession football 5 minutes after he took over. Only we make excuses for managers always making future promises. Okay. And where is Thomas Tuchel now? Thomas Tuchel had Chelsea playing possession-based football. And where is Thomas Tuchel now? I mean, Chelsea were so good. Round of applause, clapping emoji for Thomas Tuchel's reign in Chelsea. Patience is needed. You guys expect things overnight, and that's not how football works. That is not. We just bought. You know what? Sachin is nothing against Sachin, by the way, but Sachin is the type of fan that's going to complain of Rasmus Hojlund this year. Sachin is going to complain about Rasmus Hojlund this year because he has no patience. He has absolute no patience. You have to be willing to see it out. You have to. The man made work with Weghorst in number 10. Oh my goodness. He made work with Christian Eriksen playing majority of the games until he got injured. He made work with Casemiro's suspensions. Like, it's not, these are factual information I'm giving you. These are facts. I'm not bringing this information out of my butt cheeks. The narrative, it's the narrative. You look at it one way, it's one thing. You look at it another way, it's another thing. The man made do with what he had. And possession-based football requires possession-based football playing players. And that is what we are trying to bring in. We are going to play more possession-based football. But because you saw a bit of counter-attack today, Bruno Fernandes pinging the ball to Garnacho, you didn't like that. Well, aren't you going to be happy if Manchester United have different sort of arsenal to play with? They can play counter-attacking, they can play possession-based football. It's a mixture. It's an absolute mixture. You've seen numerous times last season where Manchester United were very high up on the pitch, choking the opposition half in their own final third. Did you see that or not? Did you not see a front line where Aaron Wan-Bissaka is joining the front line for attack, trying to keep the ball? I mean, we saw the possession we kept against Man City when we played against them at home and we beat them. We were trying to string passes together. I do not understand. It's like you just have no patience. No patience at all. I respect your super chat, but I don't agree with it one bit. Darren says, I thought we played the Ajax way, lots of possession and lots of shots that Ten Hag way. We created shitload of chances. We literally created shitload of chances, but because Bruno Fernandes is pinging the ball long distance and Varane is pinging the ball long distance to our wingers, people are not happy because they want to play possession-based football. Well, sure, but it takes time. And Tuchel had Chelsea playing possession-based football in 5 minutes. Well, I'm guessing you're a Chelsea supporter. And where are Chelsea now? Really and truly, where are Chelsea now? Don't care what Tuchel's done. Where are they now? Sachin says, not really. I grew up watching Giggs and Scholes. I feel Mount and Rashford, who ETH has the main players, are never going to get us there. You grew up watching Giggs and Scholes, and I did too. Bring back 4-2-2, 4-4-2. I'd love that. 4-4-2. I love a 4-4-2. I grew up watching Giggs and Scholes as well. That was a different era, different type of football. This is now different. You have to get used to it. Sometimes we'll play possession-based football against a low-block team. Sometimes we'll try and counter them. You get a low-block team to try and come out of their shell, try and come into your half, and you then try and beat them on the transition, whether that be playing out from the back, whether that be on counter. A low-block team isn't going to press you. RC Lens, the way they play football, they are happy for you to have the ball. I don't want to go on about it, to be honest. I don't. I need to get a whiteboard out with a black pen to try and teach you football. Harry says Tuchel inherited a good team. Etihad inherited crap. Well, on that note, thank you very much, everyone. This has been a very positive stream, a positive result from Manchester United beating RC Lens, who's I think who've lost the fewest amount of games in the league and have conceded very, very few goals and nearly won the league against the mighty PSG as well. And we beat them 3-1. We scored 3 goals in 15 minutes. Good day for us. Really, really good day. Make sure to leave your comment down below as well, your thoughts on the Hojlund injury and also the Sun BS news about the takeover in November as well. And like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure to check out United Stand on all social media platforms as well. But I will catch you all on the next one. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, people. See you later.